Hello, my name is Pedro Matias. I'm a full stack web developer based in Lisbon, Portugal, and I work mainly with developer tooling, security, accessibility, and user experience. Over the last few years, I've been building products inside the WordPress ecosystem, including static security analysis and front end inspection tools through the Aura plugins project. A big part of what pushed me into this area came from working on public interest platforms with strict accessibility and compliance requirements. In those environments, you quickly learn that accessibility is much easier and much cheaper when it's considered from the beginning. If accessibility and quality issues are ignored during development, they tend to create a kind of domino effect later on, where fixing one problem creates several others somewhere else in the system. A lot of my tooling was created to help detect those issues earlier before they become large scale technical and organizational problems. What interests me the most is the tension between modern engineering and real world software ecosystems. A lot of modern tooling assumes modern environments, strong typing, predictable infrastructure, clean APIs, consistent standards, and fast upgrade cycles. But reality is, large ecosystems rarely work like that. In my talk, I want to explore what happens when you try to introduce modern security tooling into one of the largest and most fragmented legacy ecosystems on the web. One of the most interesting moments during development came during the WordPress plugin review process. Part of my front end inspection tool captures the complete HTML of a page for debugging and analysis purposes. The review team flagged the feature because raw HTML was being stored unsanitized, and technically they were right. But the problem was that sanitizing the HTML would completely break the feature itself. The tool needed the full document structure, the doc type, the head, scripts, styles, and the complete DOM. So suddenly I found myself inside a much more interesting engineering problem. What does secure actually mean when security requirements conflict with legitimate functionality? The experience opened the door to larger questions around developer tooling, false positives, backwards compatibility, developer trust, and ecosystems constraints. For example, if a static analysis tool generates too much noise, developers stop trusting it. If tooling is too strict, adoption suffers, and if compatibility is ignored, entire ecosystems break. And in environments where some users are still running PHP 7 while others are already running or using PHP 8.3, modern engineering becomes a constant exercise in trade offs. What I really want this talk to explore is the gap between ideal engineering and practical engineering, because in mature ecosystems, software development is often less about perfection and more about balancing constraints, compatibility, usability, and ultimately trust. So, thank you for your consideration.